Hello, everyone. How are you? Hopefully you can hear and see us. I'm still muted in Zoom. Good job, me.
I think you're muted, Tanya.
Yeah. Masood. Hi, everyone.
Oh.
Yes, I was muted in Zoom, even though I unmuted my mic, so good job, me. So I unmuted in one spot. This is what happens when you have more than one place to mute yourself and unmute yourself. Hello. Welcome to our penultimate episode of Season 8. How's everyone doing?
Good. And
Happy
imprisoned.
Sunday. Oh, yeah, imprisoned.
Yeah. And yeah.
I mean, that was a choice y'all made. I can't help you.
Oh, there's nothing like spending the holidays in prison.
You know what? I'm gonna leave y'all to that. That just sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah.
And your own hubris got you here and keeps you here. Hubris, thy name is Shaka.
Yeah, it's all my fault. Just came back from vacation, wanted to chill with y'all. It was my fault. Blame me.
Yep, blame the tiefling. Blame the tiefling. And welcome, Raiders. Thank you, Stephen, for that wonderful raid to start us off today. All right. Hopefully we remember the drill. It feels like it's been an eternity, but it's only been a week. But we should introduce ourselves before we do anything else. I'm going to start, at least the way that I'm looking at the screen, to my right, which is Brandon.
Hi, everybody. My name is Brandon Stennis. Today I'll be playing Ren Leadon. Pronouns for both me and Ren are he, him.
LaTia.
Yes, hi, I'm LaTia. I will be playing Dahani, the parrot. Stop talking about things like parrots do. Both my pronouns and her pronouns are she, her.
Awesome. Shareef.
Hey, I'm Shareef, playing Shaka, Tiefling Warlock. Both of us are he, him.
Gazrick. Masood.
Hey, y'all. I'm Masood. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing your fiscally conservative rock gnome, Gazrick Nomrad, whose pronouns are also he, him.
Yes, I am your DM who's playing all your NPCs. Celise is off somewhere trying to figure out why she still wants to be a paladin or not. But NPCs vary. My personal pronouns are she, her. So, before we get to our recap in Whoosh, Shareef, who keeps us running every week?
Oxygen keeps us running.
And this is why you all are still in jail.
If you believe in a higher power, that keeps us running. But also, what enables those things? What else is enabled by those things? Are different sites and services that we use to keep the show humming. So let's start with D&D Beyond. Shout out to them. They give us access to our digital versions of our character sheets, digital versions of the source books, looking up spells, monsters, NPCs, all that good stuff. Check them out at dndbeyond.com. And if you're listening to the live show, we will have a giveaway. So be on the lookout for a code word in the chat that you can use to enter the raffle by the mods. And then you'll be able to get something dope from the D&D Beyond collection. So if you're just listening to the audio podcast or the VOD on YouTube or on Twitch, make sure to check us out live Sundays at noon Central at twitch.tv/Rivals of Waterdeep. Our dice trays and vaults are provided by Wormwood, WYRMwood, gaming.com. And if you use the code RIVALS there, you can get free domestic shipping on your order to hold all your wonderful dice. And speaking of wonderful dice, our dice are provided by Level Up Dice. If you use the Diceomancy program, when you order by clicking on the link bit.ly/Rivals of Water, /LUD Rivals of Waterdeep, that will get us points if you click that and make your orders off of that affiliate link. So make sure to place all of your dice orders with Level Up Dice from that link. We'd also like to give a shout out to Eldritch Foundry. We don't use minis in our campaign, but if you are interested in using minis in yours, go to eldritch-foundry.com. Use the code RIVALSDND for 10% off. And if you want some dope geeky swag, go to Stormcrow at shop.stormcrow.com and use the code RIVALS for 15% off of your purchase there. And if you want to sound silky smooth like the Rivals, make sure to check out Blue Microphones at crew.bluemic.com/rivals, and also make your purchases off that link so that we can get credit for those as well.
Awesome. I think that's everybody. So LaTia, you are now the official keeper of the whoosh.
All I've ever wanted. All right, everybody. Previously, Rivals of Waterdeep.
Whoosh. And if we ever get a sub button, that will be one of our first emotes. And noted, it must be a legally distinct swoosh so that Nike doesn't sue us.
Yeah.
Oh, swoosh.
No, swoosh is theirs. I think if we say whoosh, we're okay. I think. I don't know. I'm not an attorney.
As long as we don't say just do it, like after we do it. You know.
I think that'll keep us safe.
I think we'll be okay. All right. So what did you all do or manage to do last week?
Oh,
now y'all want to be quiet. I see.
Well, I'll speak for Shaka. So Shaka had a plan to play some darts in the yard to sort of attract some people either from being bad or being good, and he hoped that maybe he could get some more information on how to get to our end goal, which is Vaelish Gant. Unfortunately, he was not successful in either of these. He actually potentially ended up making an enemy of a local cellmate. So he was not successful in his efforts in espionage.
Nope. None of you really did well, except for Dahani and Gazrick, who kind of just minded their business.
We started out the episode meeting with Warden Duncan, right? Like he got back from meeting with Countess Duvessa and was talking to us about sort of figuring out. He got the plot, like he understands now.
No, let's not forget. It's not that he got the plot; it's that you all told the plot.
Yeah, we gave it away. And now a lot of people know, but through some very lucky persuasion checks, we got him to be on the position that he will not interfere with us, but he will not actively help us in the process. Right? I think that's at least where we're standing with the administration. We also, out of character, know that the guard, whose name is escaping me right now, is it
Leto?
Leto, thank you. I was like, it's not Leon. I know it's very close, but it's not Leon.
No,
Leto.
Yeah. It's not Scruffy.
It's not Scruffy. Scruffy's still in infirmary.
Yeah, he got
Scruffy-
destroyed by
Scruffy-
Dahani.
Scruffy is Leon, who met the business end of Dahani's wings.
Right.
So,
and so we found that there is a entanglement happening behind the scenes between those two, and then I think at least for Gazrick, spending some time outside, was able to kind of from a distance with his cloak stay hidden and not truly get a lot of information from these Arcane Brotherhood members who are also out for a walk, but knows now they're walking there.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I think Tahani got some information too, as you were saying.
Mostly I watched Rin almost get thrown into a trash can.
Yes, that was a
Shaka
thing.
real bad at dark. Real bad. You were great at that.
Yeah, Rin, how did that go for you?
Not good at all, actually.
Please tell us.
Ren was trying to, I guess, play around with some of the prisoners who were in prison, but his way about going about it wasn't the best, which caused him to get into a little conflict with one of the prisoners. But he was lucky enough to get out of that situation before it got a little worse.
True.
Yeah.
Anything else before we kind of kick things off?
Yeah, and wasn't there we had that final, like, there was like a meeting at the end with Leto, the warden and Leto. Yeah.
Warden and Leon are involved.
I can't hear a word you just said.
I mean, you're not muted. You're
not
just, like, a little
muted.
low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. I just have to be facing my mic. The warden and Leon are involved. And
Not Leon, Leto.
Leto, thank you. Right. No, Leon is almost dead. Leto are involved, and they might be cooking something up, unbeknownst to all of us.
Yes, remember that is player knowledge.
We are not aware.
Good. Good. You know nothing. This is
We
not
don't know.
This is not the plot you were looking for.
Jon Snow.
So, yes, Leto and the warden are involved, and let's see how that works out for Ren, because Ren seems to be not picking up what Leto's putting down in terms of being interested and being annoyed. So let's see what happens. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Today on Rivals of Waterdeep, it's a montage episode because we only have 2 real weeks and we can't play out every single day. So it has actually been about 4 or 5 days since our last talk amongst the rivals and everything else. So rivals, montage me. What have you been doing in the last 4 to 5 days in terms of finding Vaelish Gant and getting out? Let your roles be kind. Oh, come on now, really?
Are we on like normal? Are we still on that lockdown, or are we?
No,
like,
remember he
we
said
can
that.
normally go.
No, remember that Warden said, "Okay, I know what the plan is."
Okay, right.
And y'all got 2 weeks. I won't hinder you, but I'm really not going to help you either. So you're not under special scrutiny. The guards and stuff know what's up. They're not going to get in your way. It's not like, oh, we see them congregating, we're going to stop them. But I mean, Warden Duncan could easily help you. He just chooses not to.
Right.
Right.
I'll say Shaka has been. So the darts didn't work out. So Shaka has been trying to look and see what kind of other things people are doing, like gatherings, like maybe if there's people maybe lifting weights or whatever forms of like games that people are like playing, and he's trying to learn as many as he can, so that he can try to again like socialize and embed himself into some group that can help him get closer to his goal. So yeah, what kind of things do people do in prison? I mean, the weight thing, I guess, is pretty off. Happens.
You asked me like I've been in jail for real.
Off of movies, right? Like they're, like it could be like, like they have like sometimes they have like basketball, right? Sometimes
they gotta
and
have,
that
like,
kind of stuff.
Everyone's got interests,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so you just gotta find your group.
Yeah, exactly. And like, if there was a dart thing, I'm assuming that there were some other, things in there.
Don't go to the foosball table. Those guys are monsters.
Guys are monsters.
Yeah.
What is the name of the game? God, I used to play all the time, and I can't remember the name. Where you like roll a ball and you try to get it into the rings, like into the
skee ball.
Yeah, skee ball. Yeah. So yeah, they're maybe there's a very icy ball that you roll down the skee ball there. But yeah, so yeah, he is looking for all those kind of things, and then he's trying to learn the rules and trying to get as good as he can at it.
So you play skee ball for 5 days, is what you're saying?
If it's there, he absolutely is trying to play skee ball for sure.
Okay. So other than skee ball, what we doing?
Well, but so he's not just playing it though. He's like striking up conversation with folks. Like he's trying to like, hint at everyone, what he's trying to do. So he's trying to, drop those Arcane Brotherhood code words and trying to see if anyone responds.
You're going to have to give me rolls on that because your last attempt at spy talk went very, very well.
I think it did too. Thank you.
Also, out of character, Shareef, have you ever tried to play skee ball and actually talk to people? That game is loud.
It is pretty loud, but we're in dire circumstances. All right, so what do I roll? Just a straight up 20 or something?
Well, you have to roll to get a 20.
Well, I mean a D20 or I add something to it.
So because of your previous interaction, word is spread that you're kind of a narc. So this is going to be at a disadvantage. You're going to have to roll. Let me look at your character sheet really quick. Because I don't know everyone's stats off the top of my head. I'm not that DM. You're going to have to give me either an investigation or persuasion, but at a disadvantage for NPCs you want to talk to. So since we are montaging it, you get 3 NPCs you can talk to, and depending on your rolls, I will let you know if you are successful.
Okay. All right. So I'll roll for the first one. So I'll roll 2d20, 2 persuasions.
Yes.
Okay. That was awful.
Remember, it's disadvantage, so you may have to keep that one.
Yeah, I do have to keep that one. All right. So it's not that bad, but that's an 11 for the first NPC.
Okay. Do you want to hear from your NPCs or do all your rolls first?
I was going to do all of them first.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
For the second one. And an 11 for the third one.
The NPCs that you have come across they're not like turning away from you. They're not like, oh, it's that narc tiefling, but they're not really forthcoming. Your 14 does net you someone who is on the kind of outer circle of the Arcane Brotherhood in the prison. And once we've gone through what everyone's been up to for the week, you get to come back to this person and ask and see if you can find out which way they're leaning. Are they with Vaelish and are willing to talk to you all? Or are they with the folks that are with Leon and are like, we can't narc on Vaelish and give him up to the feds, basically. So hold on to that 14. We will come back to you.
Okay.
All right. Everyone else, what is your montage? Yes, Dahani.
So one of the things that we missed in the recap was that Gazrick got us all notes.
Got you what?
He wrote us all notes.
Right.
That were that to us that basically what you just said to Shaka, that there are some Brotherhood that are leaning towards helping Vaelish and some that are leaning towards, oh my god, did you see that person to Leon? So I want to spend first couple days like watching people.
Okay.
To see if I can suss out which of the Arcane Brotherhood members are for helping Vaelish, and to them like, yo, I roughed up Leon so that we could help him. We could help Vaelish out. You don't want somebody like Leon who does not have the best interests of everyone in mind.
Okay, so other than those first couple of days, what are you doing the rest of your next 3 to 5 days?
Well, once I find those people and depending on the roles, I'd probably just, keep trying to convince them. But other than that, aside from meeting everybody else, Dahani kind of keeps to herself.
Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with you as with Shareef, or I'm sorry, Shaka. Give me 3 rolls, And let me look at your character sheet, because is it your charisma or your intelligence that is the lower stat?
Charisma.
Charisma for sure.
Oh, sure.
Okay, since you're oh boy, your charisma's not going to help you. Well, so your charisma.
Dahani knows it's a risk.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure this out. So same thing, disadvantage, because word has got out about the bird lady. She likes to throw hands and feathers first, talk later.
Okay.
So 3 NPCs at a disadvantage. Let me know what you get.
What am I rolling?
You are rolling. You can pick either. Well, they both have the same thing. Investigation does not give you a penalty, but your persuasion does. So,
can I roll investigation first and then persuasion?
No, you have to pick one or the other.
Pick one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will roll investigation.
All right. Give me those 3 NPC rolls at disadvantage.
Awesome. First roll is a 2.
A whole 2?
A whole 2.
Okay then.
Dos.
Okay. ¿Por qué no dos?
Yep. Second one is an 8.
Okay.
The third one is a 13.
Okay, your 13 gets you one person who doesn't really like Leon anyway and is kind of glad you whooped his ass. And they're willing to chat with you, but not out in public, not in the rec area. So they invite you to kind of sit with them in the next couple days during a meal. But they really don't want it to be seen. They don't want it to look like they're talking to you willingly, like you're kind of forcing yourself in their presence. So you hold on to that person, and someone write this down because I have the worst memory ever. Gazrick and Ren, what are you up to?
So Ren's been trying to focus on like working out even more than usual because he has a strong feeling that like he is in really big trouble. And so he has to be ready to protect himself and any of the other rivals group. But he's also been kind of like watching Leto from afar, but not like he's been trying to avoid speaking to him to avoid getting caught up in anything. You know.
Okay, are you going to approach Leto at all?
No, not right now.
Okay.
It's very unsafe if he does that.
Now remember, are you using character knowledge or player knowledge?
Character knowledge, like he because he's just he doesn't feel comfortable right now.
Okay. And is this the whole like next 4 or 5 days that you're doing this?
Yes, and then also I would say Ren checks in with Shaka to see how he's doing, just because he's come back and then instantly went to jail. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna keep that in my DM pocket.
Okay.
It's nothing bad yet. And last but definitely not least, Gazrick, what have you been montage doing?
I think it's a combination of 2 things. One is just straight up investigating these guys, like trying to be a PI as much as I can to find out, to discover where Vaelish's cell is, or where does Vaelish spend his time. That is the mystery I'm trying to unwrap without getting discovered. So it's either a definitely investigation and also probably stealth in some capacity. My investigation is a +7 and my stealth is a +0. So
okay.
Yeah.
Are you trying to put stealth or investigation to use here?
I would rather have knowledge,
okay,
and then do what I can to minimize my presence. If I have to give up one, I would rather be discovered, but it has to be worth something. So it's like, yeah. Could I like roll investigation and then roll a stealth check to see if people find out that I discover what I'm finding out?
No, because that would be an unfair advantage because I did not let Dahani do the same thing.
Fair. Okay.
So pick one. You could be stealthy, and if your stealth roll works, we can RP out what you found.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's do stealth. Let's make it interesting. Why not? Gazrick's whole thing has also been trying to be as laying low as possible in jail. Got a 3 on the first one.
Oh dear.
A 17 on the second one.
Whoa.
Okay.
And a 5 on the third one.
Up and down.
It's just the die.
Well, no, you did not have a disadvantage on that because you were minding your business and just being snoopy. Mm-hmm. So I will let you keep the 17.
Yes. Cool.
So, and you're snooping where again?
I think now that I got some information out of those guys that I was following outside, I think that's a well that Gazrick's going to try and tap as much as he can till it's dry. So like recognizing those individuals, following them at a distance, just like trying to see what, like, where do they spend their rec time? If they have information about like how the ins and outs are going in the Arcane Brotherhood around like Vaelish's feeling or like what people feel about this deal, then I want to know who are they associating by like acquaintance.
Okay, so what you have managed to hear in your sneaky sleuthing is that Vaelish knows you're there. He's not thrilled with it, but he is also more tired of being in Revel's End. He really wants out.
Interesting.
And what he's trying to deal with over the last few days is the people who want to basically get revenge on you all because of beating up Leon and finding out why you're there. He still wants to get back at you, but again, it's that, what's the greater evil here? Me spending the rest of my life in Revel's End or getting petty vengeance and basically extending my sentence for murdering you in Revel's End? Mm-hmm. So, if you can find a way, you specifically, Gazrick, or actually just you, because he doesn't want to fight with Dahani, not because he's scared of her, but he's like, if I murder this bird, it's basically, if I take out my vengeance, I'm gonna be in here forever, which I don't want. And he also kind of wants to stick it to the warden if he can get out on his own recognizance.
Yeah.
But then you got the people that are like, no, the Arcane Brotherhood, we're down for life. We can't be splitting up like this. That bird attacked us. And so they're still mad about poor Leon is in the infirmary still 5 days later. Mm-hmm. And so if you can somehow find your way to Vaelish or figure out his habits and find out where exactly is, because in all of this, none of you have actually seen Vaelish Gant.
He's like a whisper. Like people are talking about him, but I haven't seen him at any of the meals. I haven't seen him in the rec yard ever. Like, where is he? And like, I think that's what Gazrick's like really trying to understand the most. Mm-hmm. Also, can I make a completely useless roll over my 4 to 5 days? I want to make an athletics check to see how many push-ups I accomplish over, like, because I've been doing them every morning. Every morning I've been like doing my prison routine. I have a -1. I just want to see what happens.
Sure.
Okay. It's canon. Every morning.
This is not a useless roll. This is character building.
Got a 13. All right, I did 13 push-ups now every morning. I feel really good about that.
You did 13 push-ups. Okay. And that's an unlucky number. So just
I'll keep that in mind.
I'm just here like,
I mean, we talking full push-ups, like your nose is getting close to the ground. Slowly back up.
The thing about when you're a rock gnome and you're 3 feet and 6 inches tall, like you have only so much motion to cover the same amount of space. So it's like it's not much before his nose is already touching the ground, but he has to make it in order for it to matter.
All right.
All right. You're feeling like a little bird. You're feeling the gains.
Yes, getting back into shape. It's been a while. Ooh, 13, new record. Feels good.
Now you can be out there competing with Ren for those gains and those buff.
Ren's over doing like 65. It's like, oh, set one done.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing them like one-handed.
Yeah, hop in between.
What is the thing where it's like you do the push-ups, then you like jump up and then go back down, whatever.
Oh God,
is that a burpee? Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think it's a burpee. Yeah.
God, I hate that name so much.
Yeah, those are tough. Those are really tough.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is somehow share the information I gather with the rivals, either like through that same like note gust cantrip that I did last time, but like sort of like every night giving them an update of whatever I'm discovering.
Well, I mean, if you happen to walk back together because your cells are all on the same row.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
You could. I mean, it's not at this point. It's kind of like this weird. People know what you're up to, and there's one faction not interfering, and there's one faction trying to actively interfere. And now we've kind of splintered the Arcane Brotherhood between those that are like, "Yo, I'm with Vaelish. I'm trying to get out this piece," and then the others that are like, "But we got a good record going. We basically run the prison. Why you want to leave though? Because they run the joint, so they don't want to lose their power because they know outside it's not going to be the same deal."
When I figure that out, I guess I start eating meals with the rivals again, because I've been doing this whole thing of like eating meals by myself, and then
Shaka's real. Shaka, if you try to do that, Shaka is trying to sit as far like on the edge. Like he's trying to sit like on the edge for sure.
All right, we're gonna advance a couple more days because we only have one more episode after today. So it's a couple days later. Let's say it's the weekend for whatever value weekend has while you're in here. You know, it's way more relaxed. Most of your day is leisure time. It's Sunday for those that observe any kind of religion. There's services and prayers to be had. If your deity is a Sunday deity or whatever Sunday is in Faerun. And I want you all to RP out this attempt at basically being the mean kids table when poor Gazrick tries to sit with you. All of you.
Okay.
Oh, I think Susan's back in the kitchen today. It smells pretty good, huh?
I'm just gonna turn. I'm gonna turn away and continue.
I'm turning. Yeah, I'm turning.
Yeah, you turn away and continue eating.
I'll be honest. It felt wrong. I felt too early. I thought we got to keep this up. It's cool. Do you want someone want to shove me? I can just leave this time. I would like to eat this.
I will gladly shove you.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Just like give me a little bit on the way back. I won't slide as much. I'll spill some on my shirt. It'll be fun.
Do I have to roll for that, or so I can just shove him?
You want to hurt him?
I'll let you do. I'll give you advantage if you need to like roll for it. I'm not going to resist in any way.
What would that be? I even know what.
It'd be a contested strength.
Okay.
Well,
So
it's
Rin,
good. My strength is 8, so this is gonna go phenomenal.
so just keep in mind, Rin, you are what, a 6-foot elf
Mm-hmm.
versus a 3.5-foot rock gnome.
hey, I actually rolled very well. I got a 15, so I've been working out. I'm very sturdy with my low center of mass.
I'm just
Those
thinking
push-ups.
Rin is like almost literally double your height is what I'm thinking. Not even the strength part. Like Rin could basically grab you like a puppy.
Let me see. So, I got a 9.
What? So
Oh.
that lower center of gravity serves Gazrick well.
I think he pushes me, and I literally like I have no other way of saying it, but it's like I'm frictionless, and I just slide with my feet on the like across. It's I'm just like perfectly still, and I look down. Yes, I did not spill a single drop this time, and then I step away to go eat my food in the bathroom where I've been having my meals.
You don't have to go all the way to the bathroom.
No, it's actually it's nicer. It's quiet. It's they just clean them before I get there. It's not sad. It's not sad. I promise it's not sad.
It's pretty sad.
I sound sad. I promise it's not sad. I just like the quiet. It's good.
More the smell.
I go with Andraste. I can't help you anymore.
Actually, no. I like that because no matter where Vaelish is, he's got to use the restroom.
Oh,
right? So I think Gazrick he's on to something. He's on to something. Mm-hmm. He's staking it out. I like this.
Does he remember that we all have toilets in our cells?
Well, yeah, but sometimes you can't get there.
Fair.
Well, and also during meal times, it's not like you're going to be allowed to go all the way back to your cell. Yeah, structured time. You're in jail. Right, I keep having to remind you all, you are in jail.
This is a wise move from the criminal mastermind.
I'm ready by myself. Don't want to be. It's fine. Like listening in the moment somebody walks in. Yeah. And that's Gazrick. That's what he's getting up to.
Okay. I don't even know what to do with that. I'm going to let you go eat your sad meals in the bathroom. So it's basically a day of rest. Mm-hmm. We've spent a week because montage. What are you all doing? Are you trying to move further in your goal? Is Dahani like out here still trying to fight folks now that she looks like a quest giver?
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
Or you are actually no, you're not muted. You're just very low.
No, she's muted for me. I can't hear her.
No.
No.
Yes, you just cut in.
Okay, great. I don't know what the heck is going on. Anyway, if anybody walked up to Dahani and wanted to spar, she would. But she's not gonna actively fight any. Like she's not gonna seek out fights. Again, she is the quest giver. Are you ready to take the next step in your journey, young prisoner? I don't know.
This isn't a Pokemon fight. What are you doing? Young prisoner challenges Dahani. All right. I am
yeah. So what Shaka's been doing in this montage, as I said before, he's like trying to pick up, these different activities that people are doing.
Yes, and actually, I take that back. Let's retcon a little bit because I forgot about your roll of 14 to get more info and see if your spy words worked. So your sweet spy talk. Let's see if that NPC has warmed up to you at all. Give me another persuasion or investigation roll, and not disadvantage this time.
Ooh, not disadvantage. Look at that. Okay, 19.
Oh, this NPC is like, all right. They know that you're they know that you are really not a good spy, but they're not really feeling this whole thing with Vaelish trying to get out the joint, leave them behind. So talk your talk, see what they're willing to tell you.
Sure. So you seem like you've been here for a while. Who's really running this place? And like, I don't mean the warden. I mean like who's really, pulling the strings here.
And you're sitting there, you're eating, and they look around, try to make sure nobody's peeping at them. They're like, it's Vaelish and the Brotherhood. Everybody knows that. Duncan thinks he runs things, but Vaelish could probably have him taken out if he really, really wanted to.
Yeah, but why hasn't we've been here for a little bit and we haven't seen this Vaelish at all? Like, is he? I mean, we heard that he's in with the general population. Is he somewhere else in the prison?
No, he's just real careful who he lets see him, and you know, since you and your buddy spilled the whole beans, he's being real careful with his moves.
Okay. Have you ever seen him before?
Yeah, I've been here for years.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know how careful he's been. Like maybe he's, you know, I mean, because everyone talks about him, but nobody has really admitted to seeing him. So I don't know. Is he like a legend? Is he a myth? You know?
So you mean you broke into jail for a myth? You didn't confirm this man existed?
I mean, we had no way to confirm he existed, you know? Like we know his name exists, but it just feels weird that we've been here for a few weeks and have not seen or heard him at all. Like we, you know, so how did you well not actually let me rewind a little bit. What do you think we would have to do to get an audience with him?
Well, probably not what you've done, but he's interested. But from what I know and what I hear, and he leans in, he only wants to talk to Gazrick. They got an old score to settle.
But won't he just kill him?
I don't know. I'm not that close. I'm not in the inner circle. I just know that whatever the deal is, he wants to hear right from Gazrick.
Well, someone else might have to talk to him because I'm sure you've seen he keeps trying to sit with us and we just don't let him, you know. So we're just not in, you know, we're not friends with him anymore. I mean, did you see like that like elf just push him? He just pushed him like across the thing earlier.
No, his back was to all that. He wasn't paying them any attention.
Oh, well, he did, you know, very forceful too. So, I mean, I can, well, I'll tell you what, if I can convince convince Gazrick to come with you, do you think you could get him to Vaelish?
Why would Gazrick come with me?
I don't know. I'll feed him some kind of tale, you know, like he's always looking to prove himself, you know, like, you know, I can convince him, I think. But I think it might look real good to Vaelish if you deliver Gazrick to him, you know, like he really wants to talk to him. If you're the one that brings him to him, it might look good for you since he really runs the prison.
And your new friend just he just chuckles. He's like, look, dude, look, let me let you in a little secret. I only got 5 more years. I'm not trying to screw that up. If I'm the one that brings your buddy to Vaelish and people notice the wrong people, I may never see daylight again. So, what I can do is pass a note to Vaelish and make sure that he's in a place where Gazrick will see him. Because like I said, they have old beef to settle.
Okay. So like we can like kind of agree on a location, I guess, and then you'll pass that location to Vaelish. I pass it to Gazrick, and then
no, we need to just know where Gazrick roams around.
Okay. Well, I kind of know where he eats lunch. Like I kind of know where he usually eats.
The mess hall?
Surprisingly not. You'd be surprised. He wanders around there, but where he eventually eats is, I don't want to tell you unless you agree. It's a secret. It's a big secret. He's
getting exasperated with you.
He eats in the bathroom of the mess hall. You know, so if Vaelish happens to go in there around eating time, He'll be able to find them. He'll be in like an area where, like we can make sure that there's no one else in there, and he can have a conversation with them.
Yeah, but why do I have a feeling that you're going to just screw all this up?
I mean, I'm just telling the location. Like, I don't have to have anything to do with it after this. Like, I don't even have to tell him to go in the bathroom. He's always in there. I think he likes it, actually.
Okay, now you're just getting weird and creepy.
He's kind of weird.
It's not sad. I promise. It's not sad.
You're not there. We don't get disembodied Gazrick voice.
No, I like hear Gazrick's voice in my head, like telling me it's not sad from before. And like I'm just like, yeah, it is. But we all adjust to prison life in different ways. I mean, we're not like y'all. Like y'all seem like y'all are like, stone cold criminals. Like we're not. So we all adjust in different ways.
Oh, really? I heard your little elf friend murdered people on the street.
Accidentally.
How do you accidentally murder somebody?
I mean, look, it's just sometimes it's the fog of war. Sometimes when you're trying to do something important, you accidentally, get someone in the process. It's unfortunate, but it's the fog of war.
There's no such thing as a fog of war.
Well, maybe not to someone like you, but to someone like Rin, there definitely is. That he's experienced multiple times across several years. No, he's not a stone cold killer. He's a nice guy. He just. All
right, look, you're boring me. You told me where Gazrick can be found. Is there anything else you want?
One more question. You ever play skee ball? You have any tips?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, nothing. And then
no,
Shaka
I know what skee ball is. Why are you asking for tips on skee ball? It's a game of chance.
Yeah, but I've seen people like they curve the ball a certain way, or like everyone has a different wind up and a throw, So I just, I've been trying. I just can't quite get it.
I can't help you. You maybe just got a bad arm for the game.
Okay. How about darts? You ever tried darts?
Oh, I'm really good at darts. Right between the eyes, usually.
Oh.
Killed a man that way.
Oh, with a dart.
Darts are usually sharp.
Oh. Okay. Would you like to play darts with me?
Only if I can aim between your eyes.
Well, you said you only have 5 years left. Like, let's not ruin that, right? Like let's not ruin that. But as a thank you to meeting with me, I'd like to play a game with you. I think that'd be fun.
Some things are worth more time in here. If I see you at the dartboard, I may join you, but I really doubt it because you ask too many questions and word on the street is you're a narc.
I'm not a narc. That's just there's so many rumors in prison. Like I heard rumors about you, for example, but like I don't believe them.
Oh, please tell me. Please tell me what rumors you. Now he's like leaned back. He's like, I give me your rumors.
I've heard rumors that you sell illegal contraband in the prison.
That's not a rumor. That's true. How do you think I have money?
Well, you can't just do that. It's a rumor, right? If it was true, they would have stopped you.
Oh, you're cute. You really don't belong in here, do you?
It's no.
Illegal contraband. You're so adorable.
Yeah, illegal contraband.
They would have stopped you. What do you think prison economies are run on?
God, what is the name of that people put money in and you can
the commissary?
Your
books?
You
put money on your books?
Yeah, it's like run off the commissary, right? Like you get
No.
or like they like pay you for your prison job when they put it in the commissary, and you can.
Do you
Nice
know that prisoners get paid basically slave wages? Oh wait, they didn't pay slaves. We get coppers for hours of work.
Mhm.
You really are
Yeah.
soft. And he's just staring at you like, how have you made it a whole 2 weeks in prison?
I'll see you at the dartboard. I'm trying to I'm trying to slowly step away from our meeting.
And he
Like, I'm
just he
trying to
ignores
back away,
you. He
basically.
ignores you and goes back to his meal because, like, you know, he tried to do the "you're boring me." That was your cue to leave, and you didn't take it. So he's like, "Wow, you are a soft punk. Why are you in here?"
Oh.
Look, you just said, "Won't they stop you in prison from selling illegal?" How many prison movies have we ever watched as kids and teenagers out of character where basically it's run on the economy of cigarettes and favors?
True.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the cigarettes are the thing. Like, if you get some cigarettes, you like own the economy of prison. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that went well.
I mean, it did. It went as well as it could. It went as well as it could.
Shaka,
In Shaka's eyes.
I'm changing your character sheet to say fatal flaw optimist.
-5 on every roll for
no, just -5 on wisdom and charisma. That's all. So Shaka has made a friend, and I'm being incredibly facetious. Gazrick, are you taking this meal in the bathroom?
Like I take all my meals, yes.
Okay, I'm just keeping a note of that.
Mm-hmm.
What are Tahani and Rin doing on this fine weekend day? You are still in the mess hall at this point, unless you want to not be there anymore.
I want to be in the mess hall. I feel like Ren is gonna try to locate Susan B. Anthony just to speak with her.
Okay.
So since he hasn't actually formally been face to face with her, you know.
Okay. Where are you looking for Susan? Or are you still in the mess hall looking for her?
No, I'm still in the mess hall. Yeah. Like there should be like that little area like where you go up to get the food, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you like go and you got your tray. I mean, it's the same. Remember when we were kids, you had the lunch line and you put your tray up and they gave you the food. Same deal, but not as good of food.
Definitely not. So he's gonna try to what is it? Just look in the back, you know, and then there should be like a staff member there, right?
Yeah, you know. So I'm trying to visualize. 'Cause I know the kitchen that I used to work in. Because spoiler, I used to actually be a lunch lady. There'd be like that open part where you could kind of look into the kitchen, and basically instead of swinging doors, because that's actually really dangerous to come in and out of swinging doors without trays.
Ooh,
There'd be that open part where you could come out with trays. And so if you're like at the start of the line and you go over by the wall, you could actually see back in the kitchen.
Okay. Could Ren like look around and just like see, or I don't know, someone's
you
like,
can
right there.
you can look in there. It's a big open space because it's an industrial kitchen. You could do an investigation since you are looking for a specific person.
Yeah.
But you can see in the kitchen if you're leaning against the wall, kind of like peeking in. I don't know why I actually leaned. I don't know.
Okay, I'll roll for investigation. Let's see.
Okay. Give me, what'd you get?
3.
Nice.
You know that utensils exist.
Yay!
You know the things that they are using are utensils and knives. Oh my god. So while you are actually trying to peep for Susan B. Anthony, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
Mhm.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, it's
Just like
it's
massages.
like,
It's
hello,
tapping.
hello.
Is it me you're looking for? And you feel someone next to your ears, like, why are you avoiding me? And it's a very familiar elven voice.
Mm, I have been trying to lay low because there's a lot going on right now, and I'm too nervous to get in any more trouble with the warden, and I'm just trying to avoid any sort of thing that can cause any conflict in this prison while we're still here, or while we're here.
Well, I'm not the warden.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like there's a little bit of a disconnect here. You know, I thought that there was we were having a moment, and then I don't know, just after the talk with the warden, it just seems like you're not very interested. So I think I should take this time to just like, back off before someone gets hurt here.
So you say that to Leto.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. And he just laughs. You know that kind of sinister, oh, you're so cute. The puppy has teeth.
Mm.
Do you really think you're going to hurt me? You have no weapon. You're in my domain. And I'm much stronger than you.
Yeah, but I could break your heart.
Oh, you think I've got one?
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. Well, then I don't want to speak to you anymore. Because clearly you don't care if I'm around or not anyway. So I just think we should just leave each other alone. I will continue my stint here in prison, and you can go about your way.
Oh, you think it's that simple? Did you forget that you're here at least for 2 more weeks?
I can get past this in 2 weeks. If I can avoid you for 2 weeks.
Oh, so you think?
Is that a code word for something I should be aware of?
Oh no, that's not a code word at all. That's just a fact. You see, we're in my domain. I'm one of the head guards. I can know everywhere you're going to be. I can make sure you get assigned to places where I'm on duty. There is no avoiding me. Rin Leodon.
Hmm?
And he says it in that kind of, oh God, I want to go take a shower way.
Yeah. Oof. Oof.
Like, please stop talking to me. I want to go take a shower right now.
Yeah.
And he just says, you could either come and chat with me for a little bit, and we could clear the air and try to start over, because I still do owe Devessa a job well done, or you can make this difficult.
Oh, well, okay. I guess I can be up for talking since we're trying to avoid conflict, right?
You might be.
Hmm?
And he says, get your tray and come with me.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna. Can I get this biscuit real quick before?
He's like, get your food. I'm not going to stop you from eating.
Okay, thank you. So he grabs a little biscuit.
Just
Puts on his
one.
tray.
Just one
Just
little biscuit.
one little biscuit and some butter. Just like.
Is that all you're eating?
For now, yeah.
It's a massive biscuit.
I'm just like, I hope you got like other food, because you're a growing elf that keeps working out like every day for hours. You'd go try to work out after this, you go and just fall out, just to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
The rules of physics still apply. You still have to feed yourself.
Yeah. Just the little biscuit I think it's good for now. Just a little biscuit.
Okay. So Leto not so subtly steers you to a table on the far end of the mess hall, where it's more guards than prisoners.
Mm.
And some of the other guards make a convenient shield so no one can see you two. It's just you and him across the table.
Mm.
And he sets down his tray and he looks at you. So, you've avoided me for a week, and I've done nothing to you.
Yeah. Is that a problem?
You were the one chasing me around the infirmary and looking for me. And also, you know that I've got a job to do. You're making that difficult.
But aren't I making it less difficult if I'm avoiding speaking to you and trying to not be around you to cause more issue?
No.
Ooh.
Because some of the guards have noticed your sudden disinterest. And I'd made my intentions known so they weren't bothering you. And now, if there is such a air of disdain about you for me, well, I can't stop them.
So I have to like you now?
You don't have to like me, but you could at least pretend better than you are.
Oh, well, that's a simple ask. I just like, just don't touch me and like look at me and I think we'll be fine. I could pretend that I'm interested.
And Leto, like, he does the deepest version of an elven Negro spiritual sigh that he can muster. And he just looks at you like, are you dense? How are we supposed to fool people if I don't talk to you or give you a casual touch? No one said bed you.
I just don't want to get wires crossed and people getting mixed signals here. But you could touch me on the shoulder, on the elbow, nowhere below the waist, and possibly like put your arm around me if there's an opportunity. I won't knock that because some people just like to have like an arm around them every once in a while.
He's like trying so hard not to just basically throw his drink in your face and walk off, because you were like making this so difficult. Leto just, he sighs and he starts eating his food, and after a while he looks up at you. He's like, fine, we'll play it your way. But know that I'm supposed to be your ally in here, and you're making that basically impossible. So enjoy what's left of your time above ground. And he goes back to his meal and stops talking. And after he's done, he doesn't even see if you're done with like your biscuit and whatever you picked up. He's like, he calls to the other guard, that is the two guards that have been studiously ignoring your whole conversation, by the way. It's like, take prisoner 5678309 back to the rec area or to his cell. Keep an eye on him. He's a troublemaker. And he basically dismisses you. So you are swiftly escorted away from Leto while he continues to enjoy a watered down beer with his lunch, and he thinks really hard about what to do next, because you have now thrown a wrench in the plans. Dahani, what are you doing with your Sunday? Or weekend? I don't know if Sundays exist in Faerun.
Gazrick not so subtly tried to be pushed away from us. She got the result of my role, the NPC that I may come in contact with, are they? That's all.
What was that?
Is the NPC that I rolled to encounter in
I think so, because you got what, the 13? Um, your NPC is around, and they are more on the side of Vaelish, and they are keeping an eye on you because of what you did to Leon, aka Scruffy.
Okay.
So they will talk to you, but they're very leery of you, and they're watching your hands and feathers very carefully.
If they are in the mess hall when Gazrick comes over to us,
Mm.
tries to sit with us, I will get up to somewhere nearby where they are, not immediately in their vicinity, but over to where they are.
Okay.
To possibly invite that conversation.
Okay. Breakfast hours are winding down by the time you do this, and they're sitting there with some really, really tepid tea, and they notice you, and they just kind of very carefully watch as you sit close to them, and they watch you, and they're like, "So, gonna use those fists on me next?"
Not unless you want me to.
Nobody ever wants that kind of a beating. Even the ones I know that like that kind of thing.
I warned. I did. I didn't want to.
Well, whether you wanted to or not, the result's the same. What do you want?
Did I have we? So all I know is that this person is interested in helping Vaelish, and that's it.
Right. Like they fall on the Vaelish side of this equation, where because basically they are loyal to Vaelish, and they would prefer to be on his good side if he does try to get pardoned or get out. Because Vaelish's idea is that if he can manipulate early release or whatever he's going to do, he wants to take a couple of his most loyal dudes with him, if possible.
So Tahani says like she's like talking into her food,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not obvious that she's like being a big mouth. But we just want to help Vaelish.
I hope you know no one believes that.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's pretty freaking obvious that we're not good at whatever we came in here to do, but that's all that we're here for. What I'm seeing appear to be his side. You appear to be his side as opposed to nothing.
Look, I saw my companion talking to you, and I'm going to tell you the same thing he probably told your buddy. Vaelish is willing to talk, but he'll only talk to the gnome. For whatever reason we don't know, I'm not high enough for him to give me reasons. But whatever his plan is, whatever he's willing to do, whatever deal he's going to cut, he has to talk to the gnome first.
That's progress.
Basically, Vaelish needs to know where to find your gnomish buddy, and he'll take it from there.
For whatever reason, he takes his lunch in the bathroom.
Well, if my friends suddenly didn't want to talk to me and pretended they didn't know me, I'd probably do the same.
I mean, yeah, fair. I'm not going to judge. That's just where I.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you for your assistance. And with that, he finishes off his tea and gets up and walks off. Gazrick.
Mhm.
While you have been supping in the loo for whatever reason,
It's not weird. It's not weird. It's not sad. It's not weird.
I don't know what else to do with you. You hear doors open, and it's not like, oh, the bell rang and people are using the facility here versus going back to their cell or common areas. But it's that kind of, when there's about to be a fight in the bathroom sensation, where the doors open and then you just hear the slide of a bolt on either side of you. Because one of those, you can go in on either side bathrooms. And you hear footsteps stop in front of the stall you're in. Or are you just like at the sink? How are you in the bathroom?
I'm classy. I sit on the stall door and I close it shut. And I'm not just gonna sit out. I think when the locks close and all that stuff happens, I turn around, set my tray down on top of the toilet seat across, dust off any crumbs, and I step out. I don't let them open the door on me.
Okay. And you walk out to one of the people that would be seen with Scruffy before the fight happened. And what you see in front of you, standing there, arms folded, glaring at you, is the one and only Vaelish Gant, aka Prisoner 237. I will give you a description of said Vaelish Gant, because up until now, nobody's really seen him. Vaelish is about 5'10" in modern everyday parlance. Short brown hair, mutton chops, average build, average height. But he has that kind of, I'd sell you your mother and kick puppies for fun look about him. He, Gazrick, can you detect magic in others?
I believe so. I believe I have that spell.
Okay. If you choose to do so, you will note there is an air of magic, an arcane energy about Vaelish. So
Can I make a history check to see, like, if I notice, and if, like, obviously I'm different from my time being out. Do I notice, like, what has changed about him from when we got in together?
Sure. Give me a roll and I will give you a description.
Cool. Love that. Got a, what's it, 15 plus 3, 18.
Vaelish looks world weary, like being in prison is finally getting to him. When you both were there, he had that optimism of, oh, I won't be here long. Surely my comrades will get me out. Or whatever the equivalent of an attorney is in Faerun, will work and get me out, and it'll be trumped up charges. And this, I'm not going to be here long. And then the betrayal happened, and he's not getting out because he's done other things while in prison that you've heard about in whispers, and bodies have been found, and it's just looking bad for Vaelish to ever get out. Prison is breaking him. He's not totally broken, but he looks tired. He looks weary, and there's a tightening about his eyes and his face as he stares at you. And you can see that moment of, do I drop kick him through the wall, or do I talk to him man to man?
I imagine I see that energy, and I also, I don't think Gazrick gets rid of his, like, fighter stance that he's kind of, like, set himself up in. And he's feeling pretty good. He did 13 push-ups this morning, so he's primed. And I think he just looks at Vaelish and says, "It's good to see you, 23/7. It's been a while, huh?"
Yeah, it's been crap. What I was trying to do did not work because I can't remember song lyrics. It's been a lot of years, a lot of minutes, a lot of seconds. 525,000.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's
No, I was thinking of something
times
else.
repeat. Yeah.
I was thinking of something else, actually.
Yeah.
I was
Are you
thinking
doing
of
the rap song?
no, I was actually thinking of Blues Traveler.
Oh.
Yeah, but I couldn't
Yeah.
remember the lyric.
I cannot. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
he's staring at you. He's like, "Heard you been looking for me, you and your buddies."
Yes, and I'm sorry to say, as I'm sure you can understand, there's a diminishing quality in the amount of new coworkers you get apparently in life. Because man, if you and I were running this racket, we would not have spilled the beans that fast.
Yeah, you need better companions.
I mean, like, look, I've been trying to lay low. I've been sort of hanging out. I found out quite a bit. Is it can this guy go? Can we just talk? Do you need this guy?
Yeah,
Okay,
He's-
so much.
he's working for me, and I trust him with my life, unlike you.
I mean, that's fair, but it also sounds like you've got a second prison guard here.
Yeah. I've got more than one guard in my pocket.
Oh, no. I meant like I was trying to make. I'll just be clear. Do you want to get out or not, man? I mean, I'll be honest. My biggest regret 15 years ago was not finding a way to take you with me. Just be clear. I'm sorry that you have to be here. I thought about you a lot, pretty much every single day. It's my deepest regret. I would have done this in a nicer setting, but I was in the middle of lunch, which you so rudely interrupted. But dude, look, we're old. I'm tired. You're tired. Our bones are creaky. Our joints are achy. Have you felt sand? Have you ever felt sand between your toes, Vaelish? Have you ever worn jorts? Have you ever taken pants and cut off the ends of them because you didn't need them because it was so hot, it was sweaty? I'm telling you, Vaelish, the world is so beautiful and so great, and it's so much more than just ice and cold and dealing with guards.
You know, I have walked on sand. I've walked many beaches. However, someone standing in front of me helped make that a long, long time before I'd see one again.
Okay. Vaelish, I hear you, and I acknowledge that you still being in prison might have something to do with me. But come on, you're not blameless. It's not like you behaved rationally after I left, I'm sure. It's not like you had to muscle your way to the top of the Arcane Brotherhood. Like and I'm not judging, right? Like you made the best of your situation. I made the best of mine. But dude, why don't we make the best of both of ours?
Well, what's the deal? What do I get out of it?
Bro, did you hear me talking about jorts? You get out of here, man. You leave.
I don't think I want whatever jorts are in my life.
See, I thought that too. I thought I saw some kids with a mullet, and I was like, "What is he doing? Why is he ruined a perfectly good pair of pants?" But then I tried it. Anyways, Vaelish, I'm just saying, there's a lot more for the world to offer you, and I'm sorry that it took me this long to even get you out.
Well, we're both still in here. You haven't gotten me anywhere yet.
Yeah. So about that, I look at this guard. I really want to tell you what our plan is to get you out, but I don't trust this guy. And is there like, can I make? I'm gonna try and figure out. Is there a way to like, how do I make it so this guy can't hear me? Is there a spell?
What do you have? What do you have in your repertoire?
That's like the biggest thing. I want to.
Or you could try to persuade Vaelish.
Yeah, I think that's best. I was like, I don't want to charm this person because then he'll know he's been charmed afterwards, and that's not always safe. Yeah, I'll just try to persuade Vaelish. I'll do one of those. I'll roll. Oh, 13 plus 2, 15.
Vaelish is staring at you.
Yeah.
And he's giving you a lot of thought because he's also thinking about the fact that you're in a locked bathroom. He could absolutely murder you and go about his day and nobody would probably care. And he looks at his henchman. He's like, go on. You know that I could take him out if I need to. He's literally half my size.
Hey man, I did 13 push-ups today, okay?
And he glares at you, and you can feel, because you're sensitive to arcane energy, the whiff of flame he's struggling not to let come to his hands.
Just a bit, just a joke. Come on, man.
You don't get to joke with me like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is a conversation of convenience, in case you were unclear.
I like follow the guard out.
Oh no, don't follow the guard out.
No, I mean like with my eyes. Like yeah, just like I like watch him leave with my eyes. And then after he's gone, I'm like, okay, Vaelish, man, it's good to see you. I know I did not ever expect to say it, but it is really good to see you, guy. And you probably hate me saying that, but here's the plan. You know how out on the wreck, Revel's End, we sit on this like cliffside. If we got into a scrap, and you were to like grab me and pull me over, I'm going to cast Windwalk. It's a spell I've developed and learned over my years of mastery. And I basically explained to him the plan that we laid out to Duncan, who said that he wasn't going to stop us if we did it. And I think Gazrick does not trust that, but still trusts the rivals to like figure out a way to like maybe if needed improvise off of that to way to go. But like that is the escape route. He like describes the situation like playing it up, saying that we have some people who will help facilitate it, particularly just Leto. But I think, yeah, trying to like the plan that Shaka like had kind of proposed when we were talking to Warden, the Warden, I think I just lay out.
And he's just looking at you and he's listening. He's like, so you really think Duncan's going to let you all walk out of here?
If I'm honest, I think Duvessa's going to make it worth his while. I think it's got nothing on us and no control over there. And I like double check. I looked, and if he tries to stop us, God, we finally get some freaking revenge on that guy. Like, think about it. Like, I know I want to hit his very perfectly square chin. I don't know about you. It'd be nice to connect my, like, you know, he's so condescending, does not even approve of my cooking. You know how I feel about Warden. It's nice to see a familiar face, but doesn't mean we don't always get along.
And Vaelish just looks at you and he's like, so it was your machinations that got yourself out of here last time and screwed me over. I think if anyone has a case for revenge here, it might be Duncan.
That's a fairly good insight.
And as it is, I haven't decided if I still want to drop kick you through that wall or go along with this plan.
And you know what? You don't have to decide now. There's time. You can think about it. I'm gonna be here, you know. I'm not going anywhere. And I also, this is where I like to eat lunch. It's not sad. It's not weird. Before you even say it, it's not sad or weird. It's just quiet in here. They clean the bathrooms right beforehand. Just think about it, man. And then, does Vaelish have any family that I know of? Like, do I recall if he's got like anyone in the outside world? And I don't know if they provided that. Like, we could like make it up, but I like
Hold
just
that
wondering.
thought.
Yeah.
I will tell you in a moment.
Uh-huh.
Because D&D Beyond, #sponsor, has that information, hopefully.
Mhm.
He, you never got that close to him.
I don't. Oh, okay. I like that. Even for knowing him for so many years, I still don't know if he's got actual family.
Yes.
I think that might have been a thing when they were like younger. Like Gazrick kept trying to get him to ask about it at some point, or like but he like never said it. And that ended up being like a bit where I was like, oh, knowing Vaelish, he was raised by wolves, and his bark is just as tough as his bite. Like used to be jokes that he would say, and like now I think he like looks at him and he like, man, I don't know if you've ever thought about if you even have any family left, but you could finally see that wolf back again, huh?
He does not smile. In fact, he curls his lip and you can low-key hear a growl from him. Like that joke was never funny. What I'm going to do is you go back to your friends. Make it very clear that the Arcane Brotherhood is allowing you one chance to prove yourself. And the snitch tiefling, bad as he is at making friends, the elf that seems to have made an impression on Leto, and your Eric Kokra, she's a special case. She'll have to prove herself after putting Leon in the infirmary.
I mean, don't. I'm gonna be honest. Do not have her prove herself by fighting. Whoever you send up against them will. I would lose in the fight against them.
Gazrick, you are literally 3.5 feet tall.
Okay, all right. But I did 13 push-ups. Dude, when we were together, I was maxing out at 6. Okay, so this is improvement.
He just gives you that like eyebrow raise of like, come on. Word will be spread that you may be allowed back in the folds, along with those you brought with you, but you get one chance. And you have to convince those that are still with me as to why this should be allowed. And I suggest you start practicing this spell and how many you can take with you.
Okay. I will do what I can. I will prepare the rituals. In convincing the other group why to let me back in, I'll be honest, that seems the tougher one of it. I'll confer with my buddies to see what we can come up with, but I don't know if you know anything else. If you have anything that could help me, or if you decide to aid your escape, you can just leave a note on the back of the tank there, and I point to the middle stall. I'll be in here all week at lunch. I'm just saying, so you don't have to come out and see me. I know this is probably tough for you, but
no,
yeah.
It's not. And he's giving you that stare like, you are alive by my sufferance only.
Mm-hmm.
Look, my people will come find you and your friends in the next few days.
Mhm.
Until then, behave normally. Well, whatever passes for normal for you.
Yeah, okay.
And I would advise your elven friend to not spurn Leto. He can be an incredible ally to you.
Hmm.
Don't think we haven't seen the way he's pushed him away.
So he's okay. That's good to know. I will make sure that they are aware. Is there anyone else who I should be in league with in some capacity on my process out? Is Susan with you?
No, Susan would poison me and kick me down the stairs before she'd help me.
Yeah, Susan hasn't changed.
I'm done here. Are you done here?
I think we're done here, and that's fair. But I'm gonna go finish my lunch, and I go into the stall and I shut the door, and I wait to hear him leave before I try to process seeing this person. I've like literally the person I left behind to escape.
Okay, we're gonna leave you with that. All you hear the footsteps as they leave, and it said, oh boy, there was not a fight in the bathroom against like a bunch of other people and the rock
Yeah.
gnome.
You see Gazrick holding their milk can, trying to drink it, extremely shaky. Yeah.
Yeah. So what does anyone want to do anything before you all have a chance to congregate again post dinner? Don't all talk at once.
No, I mean, I would say Shaka's just eating. Like he is trying to look out and see if there's anything strange, but he wouldn't notice Vaelish going to the restroom because he doesn't know what he looks like. So he wouldn't. He would just hope that Vaelish got the message, right? That of where Gazrick is going to be, and he's kind of looking over, but there's so many people going in there, he doesn't know who is who. So he's hoping that it happened, but he's just sitting there eating.
Oh no, the while this conversation happened, nobody was allowed in that bathroom.
Okay.
It was very much this one's out of service. You should go somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, I'll say that he didn't notice. Like he didn't notice anything strange. Because if so, he probably would have tried to go in there.
Okay. Oh, that would have ended badly for you.
Yeah. So he's just eating.
Yeah, that wouldn't have gone well for you at all. So nothing else in particularly interesting happens, at least on the outside. And the dinner hour is starting to wind down before you all hear a commotion in the dining room. And it's actually Leon, who looks pretty worse for wear, but he's upright. He's able to be amongst the population again. And you hear him yelling, and then there's just the clatter of a plate hitting the ground. And it's that kind of record scratch. How did we all get here moment? Like everyone's just gone silent. And you hear him shouting at least Gazrick will realize, Vaelish Gant.
Oh.
Since the rest of you have said you don't know what he looks like.
Yeah, well, I don't know what he looks like.
Gazrick heads pops out of the
Out of the
bathroom door on hearing the clatter, and like I finally clock where he is among the group. Yeah.
And yeah.
What's he shouting about?
Who are you asking?
The GM.
Oh, I'm like, are you talking to an NPC or are you asking me?
Oh, I guess I should say, what does Gazrick hear? That's the correct way to ask that question. Sorry.
I just like the GM could tell you, but
Yeah.
So what Gazrick and the rest of the lunchroom or dining hall hears is that guy betrayed you. How are you going to let him back in? How are you giving him another chance? That bird did this to me. And you're just going to let him come back in like he didn't betray you the first time? And Vaelish is just standing there, calmly staring down his lieutenant. Well, it seems you've made a mistake in who's in charge around here. Don't make me regret making sure you actually came out of the infirmary. Because really, if not for the healers I had access to, you'd be dead. And it's that kind of ripple of, oh, shit. So what do you all do when you hear that very low and very clear, we could fix that problem for you, that Vaelish does not say?
Can I roll what would it be? I guess maybe a history. I want to see if I can recall if I recognize this person as someone that I saw going to the restroom.
Scruffy? Oh, you wouldn't have seen him go in the bathroom. This is Scruffy's first day kind of back amongst everyone else.
Oh,
the person
Vaelish,
talking.
I mean.
Oh, yeah, the person
Vaelish.
talking.
Yeah.
You could, but remember, you literally just said that you didn't notice, so it's going to be a hard roll and a disadvantage.
Well, I mean, I noticed people walking in. I just didn't know which one is Vaelish. But when I see this person arguing with, with Scruffy, I might, think that this might be Vaelish. So, but that's okay if you won't.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, yeah. So I guess that'd be a history, right? If I'm trying to remember something.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, 13. It's one of those hard ones.
Yeah, and actually roll again, because that would be at a disadvantage.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. 9.
I should make you keep that 9, but I'll be nice. Because 13 is not going to get you much.
Yeah.
You do realize that the guy that is standing there calmly talking, he's doing he doesn't raise his voice, but there's definitely a threat there, and he's not yelling, he's just staring down Scruffy. You realize he must be someone super important in the Arcane Brotherhood, if not actually Vaelish Gant.
Okay.
You're all sitting together aside from Gazrick?
Yeah.
Do any of you want to roll and see if you recognize Gazrick or recognize Vaelish?
Yeah, I'll roll.
Okay.
So that's investigation or
knowledge history.
oh, okay.
Yes, Dahani.
No, I was saying I was gonna roll too.
Oh, okay. Because you held your finger up, was like, question?
No, just me too.
All right.
18.
I rolled a 19.
Okay, 18, 19. I mean, Gazrick, you know who he is. You just talked to him hours ago.
I think even at this point, while they're trying to suss it out, I might kind of shuffle forward and whisper to them at the chair, because I don't think it matters now. Truly at this point, everyone knows the play, and so I think I step down and I just while they're arguing and he says my healers, I was yeah, that's that one right there, that's Vaelish, and kind of just ease in at the corner of the table.
Well, so Gazrick's confirmation gives you that missing information, Shaka, and both Dahani and Rand realize, oh, that's the dude we've been looking for. And at Scruffy's, at Vaelish's very, low rebuke, Scruffy looks at him and he's like, I've been your loyal lieutenant. You're going to let that snake in the grass come back? He already betrayed you. Are you really saying I should have died first? Before him? Really? Is this what you're saying to me? And Vaelish just smiles. And before anyone can really catch what he's doing, he picks up his tray and just smacks the ever-living crap out of Scruffy in the face. And you hear the clang. It's basically the old metal lunch trays, for those of us old enough to remember when you had a metal lunch tray and not plastic.
Yeah.
he picks it up and just whack. And you hear that slap.
Oh, oof.
And Scruffy stumbles back because he's standing up like, you know, like how lunchroom tables are. There's like the bench you have to like lift your leg over.
Mm-hmm.
And because he's standing like between that and the edge of the table, he actually like pinwheels back and like does a very awkward fall and lands really hard. So he's like twisted at an awkward angle, and everyone's just kind of like doing that. Oh, is this going to go badly? So in that very tense moment, as Scruffy has got the absolute mollywhopping of the evening, what do you all do in reaction?
Well, Shaka is shaking his head like he just got out the infirmary. Like he just got out 5 days, and now he's probably going back in. No, I mean Shaka, you know, well, I would say he kind of looks at the rest of the party and says, "Well, I mean, that's him. How do we get to him?"
I think I quietly explain my conversation and like enlighten, like the fact that like they reach out, maybe understand from Shaka that like that meeting was because of like everyone else sort of like moving things in place. And I also, I want to cast Healing Word on Leon.
From that far away? What's the distance on it?
It's 60 feet. Is it's 60 feet? Are they further out than 60 feet? If they are, that's fine. I just like, I want him to not have his ears rigging so much, just a little bit, because I do feel it's my fault. This is 100. This guy getting beat up for no reason and like having a tough. This is Gazrick's fault for sure.
Sure. What? Please tell us.
Oh, also only first level. Nothing crazy.
Let's try not to use crazy that way.
Sorry, nothing feral or out of control. Just within my measure.
Okay.
And I'd say, well, it's a 1 + 4, so 5. I don't know how much the metal tray did, but he got 5 back.
I mean, he got a metal tray in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he was let out of the infirmary. He wasn't 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And that was an old school metal tray, and it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
So you helped a little damage, but he also like did a very awkward fall. So like he's twisted his ankle really bad, and now he's just like on the ground, and it's like Street Fighter where he's seeing stars again. Are you going to let him know you're the one that gave him the good word, so to speak?
Not right now. I think if a moment comes up later, it'll be a thing. But I look back at the group and it's like, yeah, that's what Vaelish is dealing with, the struggle here. But they did kind of explain to him the route out and like at least the plan that we floated by Warden Duncan, unless he tries to stop us. But if we can somehow just get ourselves all out into the yard at the same time, if we can figure out a way to handle a little bit of this insurrection within the Arcane Brotherhood, we should be good to go.
Wait, but wasn't Duvessa wanted us to get some information from him? So you're saying that we should just spring him and have him deliver it to Duvessa himself?
Yeah,
do you trust him out there?
It's not so much how much I trust him versus how much I feel like I owe him. And to be frank, I don't owe Duvessa as much. That could be Duvessa's problem. And to be fair, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, this is just like a job.
Mm-hmm.
And we've already seen that she's been willing to deceive her friend Warden Duncan, right? So yeah, I think okay. Well, I mean, I think the plan sounds good. We just gotta figure out a way to execute it.
Okay. So, are you executing this right now, or are you waiting to see what happens?
I think this is like, let's sit on it for another like 2 or 3 days to like put everything in place and at least watch this scuffle fall out. I don't want to speak for the group. I think that might be where Gazrick is thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're. Oh, go ahead.
Defining the moment that Trey Ruffy's face would like to try to get closer. Like, I know everybody is kind of focused on it, so if she has to kind of like stealth around, like, she doesn't want to get into the fray, but she senses that some kind of retaliation against Vaelish. She knows that that is Vaelish. It is like, it's the mission. We must protect. So she would like to get like within, I don't know, like 10, 15 feet of Vaelish if she can.
Okay, so you're doing that. Scruffy, luckily Scruffy is in too much pain. And he is not going to notice you, luckily. But Vaelish does kind of look up because he's heard of you. He's heard of the Aarakocra that kind of whooped his lieutenant's ass. And he looks up at you and he's like, you, get your friends and come with me. And that's where we're going to leave off this week's episode.
Right.
Oh, we have found Vaelish.
You wanted to find him. I hope you enjoy finding him.
Thank God.
It's good.
After 8 weeks, you found him.
It took it. Yeah. We got there.
We did get there. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely.
Just a couple dart games and skee ball tournaments in between, you know.
Yeah. So, with all that being said, we have time. We have a little time for Q&A, and actually, there is no show following us today. So, if we do go a little bit over, it is not the end of the world. We won't get cut off for hosting another show. So, questions in the chat. Exclamation or all caps question for any of us or the NPCs.
Please, someone ask poor Leon a question. Poor Scruffy, who is, he's reminding me of like, I don't know, it's kind of an old cartoon, but did anybody used to read Beetle Bailey?
Oh God, I haven't
comic?
seen Beetle.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Beetle Bailey in years.
Where like he would always end up in some like mangled like mess, like on the he'd get beat up by the sergeant and be like this crooked like
just like the mop is behind his head.
Yeah, that's like how I'm imagining Leon. He's just constantly getting beat up. Like it's just poor guy.
Yeah, wow, you went back in the crate, yo.
Yeah, Beetle Bailey. I was a big fan of the. Do they?
Yeah, it's still in the Sunday. It's still in the Sunday comics.
Yeah, see, I haven't read the Sunday comics in so long.
Ask me when I last picked up a Sunday newspaper.
I mean, I still get because like I subscribe to the Milwaukee, like the Journal Sentinel, like the digital copy. So they send me a free Sunday print copy, but I don't really read it usually. But yeah, the Sunday comics, I was a big fan. Question for Gazrick.
Go ahead. Go for it.
Yeah.
Hey man, big fan, but don't you think it's a little bit sad to eat in the restroom?
Dude, it's not sad. I don't know where this came from. They cleaned it right before people go into the mess hall, and then nobody wants to eat here. It's quiet. If you don't get it, you don't get it. All right. If you know, you know. That's it.
If you don't know, now you know. Oh boy. Good job. You just smacked Lauren with nostalgia. Good job.
Look, Beetle Bailey.
I know. I'm just sitting here like, wow. What about Nancy though?
Nancy was great. Hagar the Horrible.
For better or for worse, tell me more.
Family Circus.
Yeah.
Family
like the
Circus.
comic for adults, I feel like that was.
Honestly, I really connected with Kathy at a too young of an age.
Kathy was good. She was,
Life
was very
is
cynical.
hard, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a very cynical,
Uh-huh.
like a cynical cartoon comic, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Doonesbury is definitely one that you should not. Like, I did not understand political satire while I was
way
reading
over my
Doonesbury.
head.
It was so
way
much
over my
text,
head.
and I was like, I gotta get a magnifying glass to get in there.
Yeah, it
Well,
was way
that
over
is
my head.
just, you know, being a kid at a certain point, you're like, I don't get this.
I don't get
Oh, we actually have another question. That'll probably be the last one because we keep talking about other stuff.
Two actually.
You got 2 questions.
Oh, I
Yeah.
missed. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed them.
Okay.
Feel free to read them.
Do it. Question for Gazrick. Are you sure bathrooms that often?
I eat lunch every day there. I'm pretty sure. And then question for Shaka. Yeah.
No, yeah, go for it.
Oh, cool. Which of those games do you want to get good at most?
Well, I really want to. I mean, my whole goal is to get around the game that has like the most people. So to me, it's more about that than really being interested in one of these games. But I do see one that appears to have a lot of folks around it, and I don't quite know the mechanics of the game, but a bunch of people, they stand around and then they kind of like have their fists out and then they like push them forward 3 times, and then one person has like their hand out like this, or one person has their fingers out like that, or one person has like
You mean
a fist still.
rock, paper, scissors?
Well, I don't know what it's called.
I refuse
like-
to believe this.
But like one person wins, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, it just seems so random. So I'd really like to get good at that, figure out what's going on, because it seems completely random to me. And they take it very seriously. It draws huge crowds, and I can't for the life of me figure out what's going on.
We have one more.
Yeah, question for Dahani. How much do you want to punch everyone in this prison on a scale of duo to the building itself? That's the first question. Second question is, who would be the person whom you get more pleasure of punching?
There's this misconception about me that to cause murder. Don't like to cause murder. Sometimes murder. That being said, I don't actually want to punch everybody. But if I had the chance to punch someone, it would probably be the one. And I might die afterwards. As long as I can get one.
Okay. So you're not a murder burb.
I'm an accidental manslaughter.
So we have two accidental murderers in the party.
I like that.
I mean, also, Dahani has not killed anybody
that we know of. We just met you a couple seasons ago.
Yeah, see, like she's using that Batman defense. Like, I just cripple people, you know. I just like break everyone's bones so they can't breathe anymore. I don't kill them though, you know.
It's okay. We live in a society here where healthcare is free, so it's not as much of a concern.
And I think on the not really sort of kind of murder bird, we're going to start our outros, talk about who we are, what we do, and where you can find us next before next week's finale.
There's a question for Rin.
Oh, is there?
There's a Rin question.
Oh, it just snuck in.
Question for Rin. Are you proud of Gazrick for his 13 push-ups?
Proud is not the word I would use. I would say ecstatic of the progress of Gazrick's push and growth. So, yes.
Lord.
Ecstatic.
It's about your gains are incremental and they matter.
Yes.
This has been such an interesting season DMing y'all. And with that, for real, we're going to start our outros. We're going to go in the opposite order of how we started. So, Masood, go.
Hey guys, I'm Masood. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Marudeboy, MAHRUDEBOI. Here's how the schedule breaks down. Sundays, I'm here with these wonderful folks playing Rivals of Waterdeep. You can catch me on Tuesday nights playing Mythic Odysseys of Theros over on the D&D channel for Roll20. We have a blast there. Wednesday, I do Bollock Bayan on the Roll20 channel, returning home, and we're having a blast. We're like on our final arc of our season, and it's getting pretty good. Stakes are getting pretty high. And then Thursday, this week is Christmas Eve, so I don't think we're doing Once Upon a Game. But yeah, I'll be around. We'll see. But in the meantime, come hang out on Twitter and Instagram. That's where I like to spend too much of my time. With that, Shaka.
Hey, Shareef, you catch me at ShareefJackson.com, ShareEef Jackson.com, and also Shareef Jackson on all social networks. This Monday, let me get up the information that I should have had up before. On December 22nd, I'll be playing in a charity game, Honey Bunches of Hope, a 3-day charity stream by Honey and Dice. So I'll be in a game on the 22nd at 2:30 p.m. Central called Hearth, Home, and Happiness. It's going to have a new system and new stuff, so it's going to be a surprise to us as we get in on it. So it's going to be fun, and I'll be playing with August Sensei, Wally 132. Sorry, I just have to say it that way. And Brito. So should be a good time, and there's going to be games on the 22nd. Sorry, on the 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd. So make sure to check those out at twitch.tv/Honey and Dice. If you're looking for something to watch right before your holiday. And aside from that, I'll be, trying to eat some Christmas dinner and, do some holiday things and New Year things and that kind of stuff. Now let's go to Brandon.
You skip the Honey.
Oh, well, I think people are in different order on our screens. Yeah. Okay.
Going by the overlay.
Going by the overlay, so.
Oh, I'm not looking at the overlay. Okay.
Wow.
LaTia.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll say things now. Hey everybody, it's me, LaTia Jacquise, at LaTia Jacquise, everywhere that I can, and your name. Good luck finding. I got nothing going on except for this Tuesday at a time to be determined, probably 7 or thereabouts, is part 2 of the 2-shot that I'm in over at twitch.tv/Friends Who Roll Dice. Cipher system game for charity to benefit disaster relief in the Philippines. Other than that, you'll find me here next Sunday for our final episode, and about it.
Awesome.
Brandon, go.
Cool. Hi, everybody. I'm Brandon Sinnes. I played Ren Leodon today. You can find me on Twitter at IamBrandonTV, or you can find me on Twitch at IamBrandon. I don't have much going on this week, but I will be streaming a lot more since I'll finally be on winter break from work. So, yeah.
And me, Tanya, in 4 hours, come over to my channel for the finale event of the Motherlands, as far as we know it. Not sure if there'll be a season 2, because nobody gave us season 2 money yet. As much as we'd like to say yes, there will be another season right now. So actually, we're doing a special thing. We are going to wrap up our story, meeting the Hotharay, and hopefully everyone lives. Who knows? The dice didn't like us much last week. And then we're going to take a break, and everyone's going to join us on stream, and we're going to do some Q&A and celebrating with everyone, including LaTia, who didn't say that.
I just remembered it. I'm so sorry.
So hopefully you'll show up. But everyone will be there, including Brian Gray, who does the voiceover that you hear in the beginning of the episode. And also, if you listen to the McElroy brothers, he voiced over that ad that played on their show. So so join us for a bunch of shenaniganry, tomfoolery, and many, many feels. Bring a libation. We're going to celebrate, do Q&A, and knock on all the wood that we get emails from Twitch as soon as the new year happens. And normally you can find me on my channel upcoming holiday week for those that observe it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to actually take a break and not do a whole lot. But there's a million games and not enough hours in the day to play them. So come on over to my channel. If I stream, you'll see on Twitter, or my PlayStation will tweet out for me. It's creepy. And yeah, we'll see you here next week for our season 8 finale. And we're going to do our outro, and then don't go anywhere. We're going to raid that bronze girl and see what she's talking about. And then I'm going to go get some lunch because I have 3 hours until the next show.
Yo, Motherlands.
Yes. All right. Enjoy this outro. We'll see you over there. Bye.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.